Hey everyone! Today, we're gonna talk about the only way to become fluent in English. So let's get straight to the point. No boring introductions today. We're diving right in with practical steps that you can use immediately. First question for you. When you hear the word asterisk, fluent asterisk, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Type your answer in the chat right now. Let's take a look at some of your answers. Ah, yes, asterisk speak fluently asterisk. Yes, asterisk being able to speak fluently asterisk. And also we have asterisk speak without an accent asterisk. This is a very common misconception. More about that later in the lesson. In this live session, we're going to cover 3 things. Number 1, I'm going to show you how to break the fear of speaking English. Number 2, I'm going to show you the easiest daily practice method that actually works. And number 3, I want you to put your knowledge into practice right here, right now. I want you to start speaking English with me right here in this lesson. Yes, I know it might be scary, but don't worry. I'm going to make it super easy for you. Let's jump right in. Before we get started, please subscribe so you never miss out on any of my free lessons. Also, if you have any questions for me, write them down in the comments section below. I'll do my best to answer as many questions as possible during this lesson. Okay, let's begin. Part 1. How to break the fear of speaking English. To understand how to stop being afraid of speaking English, we need to understand why it's normal to feel this way in the first place. When you learn a new language, you go through different stages. You might be familiar with these: the beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced. These stages are not only based on your level of understanding, but also on your confidence level. For example, when you're at the beginning stage, you may feel confident listening to English, but you're afraid to speak because you haven't learned much vocabulary or grammar yet. However, as you progress to the intermediate stage, you might feel more confident speaking English because you have enough vocabulary and grammar to communicate in simple sentences. But at the same time, you start feeling less confident listening to native speakers because you realize there are different accents, idioms, phrasal verbs, and other nuances of the language you don't fully understand yet. At the advanced stage, usually students have a high level of understanding of the language and they feel confident listening to native speakers. But they lose their confidence speaking again because they're always striving to improve. They want to sound natural and avoid making mistakes, which leads to a decrease in their fluency. So the takeaway here is that feeling a little bit afraid at each stage is completely normal, and it doesn't mean that you're not making progress in your English learning journey. So what can you do to break the fear of speaking? No. 1. Remind yourself that making mistakes is part of the process. Mistakes help you learn and improve. The second tip is to focus on fluency over accuracy. In other words, focus on expressing what you want to say, rather than trying to use fancy vocabulary or complicated grammar rules. It's important to note that fluency and accuracy both contribute to effective communication. While fluency is essential for smooth and effortless conversation, accuracy ensures that the message is conveyed clearly and understood correctly. Therefore, a balance between fluency and accuracy is crucial for successful communication in English. And remember, achieving this balance takes time and practice. So be patient with yourself and keep practicing. And tip no. 3. Practice speaking English regularly. One of the best ways to overcome the fear of speaking English is to practice speaking English regularly. The more you practice, the better you'll become at it and the less afraid you'll be. There are many ways to practice speaking English, such as speaking with friends, family members, or colleagues, practicing in front of a mirror, or recording yourself while speaking. You can also join an English conversation group or hire a tutor. The key is to find what works best for you and to commit to practicing regularly. Part 2. The easiest daily practice method that actually works. Now that you know how to break the fear of speaking English, it's time to learn the easiest daily practice method that actually works. If you're a busy person with little time to study, then this method is perfect for you. And the best part about it is that it can be done anywhere at any time. All you need is your phone. This method is called shadowing. Have you ever watched your favorite movie or TV show in English and found yourself repeating the words and phrases of the characters? That's shadowing. It's a technique that many language learners use to improve their pronunciation, intonation, and fluency. And it's really easy to do. Just find a video or audio clip in English that you like and listen to it while following along and repeating what you hear. This can be a great way to improve your spoken English quickly and easily. You can do it anywhere, anytime, and it's fun too. Here are some tips to make shadowing more effective. Choose videos or audios that are interesting to you. Start with slow and easy audios and videos and gradually increase the difficulty level. Focus on the rhythm and intonation of the speaker. Repeat after the speaker several times until you can do it smoothly. And don't worry about making mistakes. Shadowing is a relaxed and fun way to practice your spoken English, so enjoy it. Now that you know how to break the fear of speaking English and the easiest daily practice method that actually works, it's time for part 3 of this lesson. Let's move on. Part 3, a live interactive challenge. So far in this lesson, we've covered 2 important topics: how to deal with the fear of speaking English and the easiest daily practice method that actually works. Now it's time for the final part of this lesson, putting your knowledge into practice. I want to give you a chance to practice your spoken English with me right here, right now. I know it might be scary, but don't worry. I'm going to make it super easy for you. To begin this interactive exercise, I want you to describe a picture that I'm going to show you. This picture is going to appear on the screen for 60 seconds. You have to spend those 60 seconds describing the picture in as much detail as possible. When the time is up, another student is going to ask you questions about your description. That other student can be me or one of the other participants in the lesson. Questions could be anything like, where did you see this? What does this make you think of? Or what does he or she do? Do you know? I'm sure you all remember doing this activity when you were learning your native language. Our mother tongue is the first language we learn, usually when we are still children. And one of the activities we did when we were learning our native language was describing pictures. It's a fun and effective way to practice our speaking skills. You don't need any prior knowledge or experience to do it. You simply look at the picture and start talking. When you're describing a picture, there are a few things you can do to make your description more interesting and detailed. Use descriptive language to bring the picture to life. For example, instead of saying man sitting, say a tired man in his 30s with messy hair is sitting on a bench. Talk about what's happening in the picture, including details like facial expressions, body language, and surroundings. For example, a young woman is walking her dog in the park. She's smiling and the dog is wagging its tail. Describe the overall feeling or mood of the picture. For example, this picture makes me feel happy and relaxed. Remember to be creative and have fun with it. Your description doesn't have to be perfect. Just relax and enjoy the process. Okay, now it's time for the exciting part. Let us see a picture together, and I'll give you a 60-second countdown, and then you can start describing that picture in as much detail as possible. Don't worry if you forget something or make a mistake. Just keep talking. I want to see your fluency. I want to see how well you can describe this picture. All right, ready? Here we go. 60 seconds starting now. Thank you so much for joining me in this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this lesson, hit the like button right now. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. See you next time. Bye.